The State Patrol is trying to determine why a Brooklyn Center man stopped his truck in a lane of traffic late at night in Plymouth, leading to the death of another driver. According to the State Patrol, the driver of an SUV crashed into a pickup truck stopped in a lane on southbound Highway 169 at about 9:40 p.m. Monday. The SUV driver, identified as 67-year-old Glenn Miller of New Hope, was killed. The pickup truck driver who stopped, identified as 57-year-old Andrew Landis of Brooklyn Center, was injured but did not require hospital attention. Meanwhile, the State Patrol has identified the Brooklyn Center man killed in a chain reaction crash on westbound I-94 in Rogers. 42-year-old Miguel Perez of Brooklyn Center died at the scene. The crash occurred Monday afternoon and involved 7 vehicles. Perez was driving an Isuzu box truck that caught fire after slamming into the back of a truck with a trailer. A passenger in that truck also had life-threatening injuries. Nursing students at Hennepin Technical College have some new high-tech tools to test their skills without practicing on people. As Sonia Goins reports, the college is one of a few in the country to use the new devices.
All right, so we got the boxes.
Christmas came early for nursing students at Hennepin Technical College.
Come on over, you guys.
This is the first week of classes.
Look what we have here.
And on Wednesday, students unboxed a new high-tech gadget. It's called a modular skills trainer.
It comes with this lovely face.
The device allows students to practice their skills without using real people.
You wouldn't want someone practicing things that they have never done before on you, right?
There's no feeling. Nobody's going to say, you're hurting me and this and that.
Typically, students would work on a larger mock patient.
And we'll pull it tight. There you go.
But the new devices are smaller, portable, and have the ability to do 15 different nursing skills.
We can work with stomach care.
Students can also work on wound care,
dressing a wound,
and drawing blood.
Squeeze and poke.
The students also tried their hands at placing a nasogastric tube.
Yep, there you go.
The technology allows students to practice at their own pace until they feel comfortable.
I love to do that, and then I like to practice, so I think it would be easy with patients too.
This is really good because you don't have to be frightened. Even if you made a mistake, you can still come back and redo it again until you are perfect in doing it.
When paired with a smartphone, the devices provide digital assessments. Students can also videotape their work and send to instructors for evaluation.
The students are going to videotape themselves, watch themselves, look where they made their own mistakes, so it's a real time saver too, that we can be spending more time as an instructing rather than evaluating.
Each scholar has their own training device to use on campus or at home. Students say it's a confidence builder.
I will keep trying until I can get it right, and that builds my confidence. So when I'm doing it on the real human being, I know exactly what I'm doing.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
A popular Golden Valley deli has closed its doors for good. Mort's Deli announced on its Facebook page that the restaurant has permanently closed after 14 years of serving customers in Golden Valley. The social media post didn't give a reason for the closure, only saying that they're heartbroken and they're fond of the relationships they've cultivated over the years. The deli had pastrami and cheesecake delivered daily from New York City and was famous for serving generous portions of meat on their sandwiches. Their motto was, "We stack it high and watch them fly." A message sent to the general manager of Mort's Deli to explain the reason for the closure was not immediately returned. A significant redevelopment project is planned in Plymouth. The Prudential building on Bass Lake Road near Interstate 494 has been sold to developers who plan to tear down the building and turn it into a mix of retail, medical office space, and apartments. Rowers companies of Minnetonka and Indianapolis-based Scannell Properties bought the 75-acre site for an undisclosed amount. An official with Scannell says the company expects to construct 12 to 15 buildings over a roughly 5-year period. For the second straight year, people accustomed to catching the State Fair Express bus in Brooklyn Park will have to find another option to get to the Great Minnesota Get-Together. Metro Transit announced it's scaling back State Fair Express bus service yet again due to a shortage of drivers. It currently has 1,100 bus drivers on staff, but has room to hire 300 more. Fairgoers can still go to one of 3 park and ride lots in Minnetonka, Bloomington, and Cottage Grove. But Metro Transit officials also encourage people to consider one of the normal transit options to get to the fairgrounds.
So if you're coming from one of the northwest suburbs, you could take the C line to downtown Minneapolis, transfer to the Green Line, ride the Green Line to Snelling and University, and then hop on an A line.
For more information on the different ways you can get to the fair, we have a link on our website at ccxmedia.org. Some sad news to pass along. The founder and namesake of Len Busch Roses in Plymouth has died. Leonard Len Busch passed away on Monday. He was 90 years old. Busch grew up in Golden Valley and lived in Plymouth. He learned the floral business from his father and relatives at Busch Greenhouses in Golden Valley. His obituary read that he made a huge impact on people. Len Busch is survived by his wife of 66 years, 7 children, and 17 grandchildren. Finally, this segment, residents who go above and beyond with their gardening, landscaping, and remodeling projects. Check out these homes and gardens in New Hope. They are this year's winners of the city's RAVE Awards. In addition to outstanding landscaping projects, the awards also recognize residents for outstanding exterior remodeling. We leave you with more photos from the winners.
The Armstrong football team fell just short of a trip to state last fall. Jay Wilcox has a preview of the 2022 Falcons.
After playing a lot of younger players last fall, the experience level is high for Armstrong football this season. 8 offensive starters return and 7 on defense.
That helps a lot of experience, so we can help the younger kids right away and we can go at a faster pace.
Yeah, it is a little different, right? And we've talked about it the last couple of years. We felt like we weren't super experienced, but we have a lot of guys back this year, so it kind of changes your camp, right? I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. There's times after the first week we just have a few things in and we're struggling a little bit, but with some veteran guys back, I'm feeling pretty good where we're at after week 1.
Third-year starter at quarterback Jamin Malone leads the returners on offense. Receiver and safety Seth Newbern is coming back from a foot injury. They have most of the O-line back as well. Defensively, the linebacker duo of Drew Kemple and Henry Smith and the cornerback pair of Cordell Wilson and Isaiah Cotton provide skill and experience. The back 7 may be the strength of the team.
And I would also like to shout out to the D-line. The D-line has a lot of experience from last year. So I feel like I'm confident in that group as well, even though they're pretty young.
You know what, I feel really good about the back half of our defense, right? Our linebackers are back, both of our corners, and really good free safety. So I feel really good about the back half of the defense right now.
The Falcons lost by 1 point to Cooper in the Section 5 5A title game last fall. Their program doesn't get a lot of notoriety, but they are at the very least a pretty good football team and aim to show that this season.
We feel like we're pretty underrated as far as that. We're not really in the top teams in state conversations, but we definitely have a lot to prove for our team.
Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Thanks, Jay. A new head coach leads the Breck football team this fall. Jason Malillo has a preview.
Football fans of a certain age might remember the name Marcus Harris. Harris starred at Brooklyn Center High School and the University of Wyoming, where he won the Biletnikoff Award as the nation's top wide receiver.
This is the way I could teach and give back.
Now, Harris is the head coach at the Breck School.
Some of my most influential people in my life have been coaches from, 3rd grade all the way through college. So I saw myself wanting to be like them, wanting to give back to the future and influence young men.
Harris has been on the Breck staff since 2008, making for a pretty smooth transition.
It's nice to have a coach that we already have a connection with.
Harris's experience at Breck means he knows what it takes to make the program successful.
I think the beauty of what we do here is we make things happen with the kids we have.
Still, he plans to make a few minor tweaks.
Varsity's something to be aspired to. We're not just going to put everybody out there, dress them up. So that's a change that some people aren't feeling, but, hey, that's how it is. You know, you need to earn these things.
Breck will have to replace Charlie Reichs, who did a lot of everything. The Mustangs' new starting quarterback will be Waziri Lawal. He played QB coming up, but switched to receiver last year.
I just understand the offensive game a little bit more. Like, it's a lot different, like actually running the routes instead of seeing them. I'd never run a route before. So it's helped me in that way a lot. And it's also helped me on defense too, because I have the quarterback view and the wide receiver perspective. So it's kind of helping out in every way.
Most of the Mustangs will play both ways. For linemen Ben Averbrook and Dylan Lubke, that means helping younger guys get ready for the grind of varsity football.
I think it's just a level of aggression. You need to be able to feel like you want to hit somebody. You want to make that play happen. And I think if we can get to that point this year, then everything should go smooth, and that's what's going to run our offense. We're the engine. Line's the engine.
Breck was up and down last regular season, but ultimately won the Section 4 3A title. Harris wants the Mustangs to find more consistency in 2022 and hopefully make another state tournament run. In Golden Valley, Jason Melillo, CCX Sports.